there's a lot of people that are going to lose their jobs as it relates to private industry that could care less about a $5,000 check. So what I was saying is, what is $5,000 if you ain't got no job? Because
Okay, that's is sugar honey iced tea. I apologize for calling her. Like $5,000 is what you want if you don't have no job, especially what?
I just want us to go live really quickly because y'all is wearing me out. Like, you know, I better understand why black folk got hoodwinked and got caught up and started saying that Kamala wasn't black enough or she wasn't even black at all and all this kind of stuff, because legitimately another member of Congress sent me a video of a woman who supposedly is a teacher. And I'm saying supposedly because I am hoping to God that this woman is not an educator of our future scholars, because for whatever reason, people don't question when right-wing media puts out things about me. Now, would you think that I'm their bestie or that I am literally their number one enemy? Or for all of those saying we're the Democrats. And then when people are out there and they're fighting for you, you immediately believe some of the most ridiculous stuff ever. You can go and look at all the videos of me and all the things that I fought for, even my conversations around reparations, and then you're not even questioning. Like, this video kind of ended abruptly. Y'all ain't got no questions. Y'all just like, oh, okay. And legitimately, this ABC interview, it's on YouTube. Like, it's just a matter of like Googling, you can see the entire interview. And if you have an issue with what I said, then that's perfectly fine, because, you know, for now, at least we live in a free country. But let me tell y'all exactly what I said, since some of y'all are really confused because Elon and his friends decided to put it out there. What I said was, what is $5,000 going to do for you?
See, she said, what is $5,000 going to do for you? That's all she said. That's all she said. Do we play the rest?
If you don't have a job. That is what I said. Because I can tell you that there's a lot of people that are losing their jobs with the federal government and could care less about a $5,000 check. There's a lot of people that are going to lose their jobs as it relates to private industry that could care less about a $5,000 check. So what I was saying is, what is $5,000 if you ain't got no job?
Okay, that's dumb as sugar honey iced tea. I apologize for calling her. That's so stupid. Like $5,000 is what you want if you don't have no job, especially. What? Jasmin Crokett, that's stupid.
Get your friend. That's your friend.
Come on, Jasmin. Come on, baby girl.
$5,000.
I mean, look, $5,000 can do a whole lot for anybody, whether they have money or not, young lady. That's very elitist to say.
I don't turn down a bag. $5, 5,000, 5 million. What is she talking about?
But she's talking so fast and she's trying to make it make sense. Let me play some more of it just because I want to see if it makes sense when she's done.
She might be like her friend, Kamala.
She might be
Don't
like,
let nobody take your power. You know that. Go ahead.
Check. So what I was saying is, what is $5,000 if you ain't got no job? Because right now we are headed towards a recession. These were my exact words, and you don't have to believe me. Just Google the ABC live interview with me, and you will see that they intentionally stopped the recording right after I said, what is $5,000? Because they believed that people would not research and figure it out on their own. And sadly enough, like MAGA doing it is like one thing. To have a colleague send me a video of a black woman that is an educator and she's out here livid talking about this, why she can't stand me. Man, we've never met a day in our lives. You ain't gotta like me, you ain't gotta love me, but at least get your facts together.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. And she says she has a part two to this, but I'm not even gonna play the part two. Go ahead and jump on it. What do you think about it, Mika?
Woman is just ratchet. Just ratchet. Just ratchet. Ratchet Crockett. So look, here's the thing. Ratchet Crockett doesn't know what she's talking about, okay?
Did you
Because
just now make that up just now?
yeah,
You
Ratchet Crockett.
slick. Okay, there we go. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week. And you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.
But the reason why, outside of TDS, the reason why this woman is talking like she is because she has the 6-figure job. She came in making 6 figures and now makes 12 million. Get there from a 6-figure job that you can't do any work outside of? I don't know. However, she understands the way that the liberal mindset thinks, right? So in that regard, Jasmine Crockett is not dumb. Okay. She's not dumb in that regard, but she's dumb in the regard that she thinks that saying $5,000 of taxpayer money who who already don't want to pay these taxes, who shouldn't be paying these taxes, okay, wouldn't help. When most of the country said, whether they were voting for Kamala or Trump, that they were annoyed with the economy. That's economics. That's usually financial.
Yeah.
Or something that is tied to the financial. So I'm not understanding why she thought this was smart. And then she knows the media, of course. Okay. And I think she said it was like a regular independent journalist or whatever. But again, she knows the media. They're going to stop it at a point, right? They do it all the time to Trump. They do it all the time to a lot of Republicans. That's the media. That's how, people hone in on a point. But let's be clear. Jasmine Crockett just doubled down on what she said. She didn't say anything different. Oh, I said, if you watch the whole thing, I said, if you didn't have a job, that makes it even worse. You should have stopped.
Okay. So since I'm, as you say all the time, 12 to 15% Democrat,
Yeah.
I would like to at least try to make sense of what she's trying to say. She's trying to say
The liberal whisper.
that I guess you can say she's saying that if people are losing their $90,000 job a year, they will be so heartbroken and broken in the bank that they're now fearing losing their houses, losing their jobs, having to pull their children from daycare, not able to pay for the day-to-day necessities because they no longer have that paycheck. And the $5,000 will probably last for less than a month and a half if you're that person that's used to bringing in $5,000 biweekly or $5,000 monthly. So if you're one of those people, and for the most part, if you are a federal employee, a great majority of them bring in $5,000 biweekly. And so a lot of people who are private sector or in a different part of the country that never worked for the federal government before, I want y'all to know this. Federal employees get paid. They get paid very handsomely. After you get a degree, you get a GS. You qualify for for the GS scale, and it moves very quickly as long as you have that degree. So you can jump from 7 to 9 to 11 to 13 potentially, and you don't even need a master's degree. So their career is over. They're worried about where the next bill is coming from. And plus, we got to also consider this. Most people live paycheck to paycheck anyway. Even federal employees who are bringing in a lot of bread, people from private sector that's bringing in a lot of bread are living from paycheck to paycheck. Even superstars, athletes, artists, they're living from paycheck to paycheck because most of us don't know how to properly live off of the monies that we make. We'll make 100,000 and we're living off of 120, 150,000. And when you become middle class, you're pretty much paying things off. You're living in a house that you got 30 years to pay off. You're driving a car that you got 5 to 7 years to pay off. Like you got all of these, and you got more than enough because you believe that my federal government job is locked in. I can take these risks. But now that I'm losing my job, I got to send these cars back or they're going to come get them because I can't afford it. So if you just give me $5,000, what is that going to do for me? The flip side is she definitely did double down on it, and it made absolutely no sense because most individuals, I don't care if you have a job or not, and I go back to what I originally said, and like you said, I don't run from no bag. Well, I do. I'm an idiot when it comes to hustling and whatnot, but $5,000 will always be helpful. I don't care where you can be a millionaire. $5,000 is helpful. All right. So for her to say that to a bunch of people who are already complaining about milk and eggs being too high, already complaining about not being able to afford gas or not being able to afford just day-to-day life, is very simple. And what's the word I'm looking for? It's
stupid.
It seemed like she didn't read the room. Yeah, it's stupid. But you already know me. Because she has a law degree, not a law degree. What you say she have?
No, she got a law degree.
Because she has a law degree.
She got a JD. Mm-hmm.
Because she has because she got a degree and I don't have a degree. I'm very slow in calling people ignorant or stupid because they got the degree. And I do know that the degree don't make intelligence. Degrees mean you simply sat in that class, you did what you had to do year after year in order to achieve that goal. I'm not trying to poop on anybody that got a degree, but this lady, she has a few of them. Her dad was a judge. She said that she ran a law firm, that she had to stop when she became a representative. Yeah, that's what she said. I don't know if it's true, but that's what she said. Allegedly. But when she says stuff like that, you have people like myself, college dropouts, that look at them like, oh, they're super accomplished. They're just on the wrong side. Huh?
Kanye is a college dropout.
And look at Kanye. The dude crazy as hell.
But when it comes financially,
he's on point. He's getting this. He's getting his bag for sure. But
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. Well, I don't attribute
Elon.
I don't attribute college degrees to being able to make money. I don't attribute that as far as education.
What I'm saying is and that's my point. Yeah. Most women, I never really see this really with men. A lot of times, it's women, and especially women of color.
Women of color.
A lot of the times they trump these degrees in people's faces to say, "Oh, I have this degree, so this means you can't tell me anything." Meanwhile, she doesn't know anything. Like she doesn't know anything. What you know law. Now, what kind of law? That matters. There's all kinds of law. Just because you have a JD doesn't mean you are super smart. What law do you do? Child law? Do you do intellectual property law? Like what type of law do you do? You don't know all of them.
She don't know all law.
And if you're just a regular person, you could pick up black law. Like you can just go to a book. Like I'm just saying, at the end of the day, this chick is dumb. I don't care what she has. She's dumb. Like she's dumb.